Welcome back to the Stand Up World Series. After another tight battle between the two Maui frontrunners, current ratings leader Connor Baxter was able to stave off the 2012 world champion Lenny to take the win at this all-important stop in the Windy City. Annabelle Anderson proved once again why she is world number one for the women. Coming first in both the sprint and the long distance, she looks to continue her winning streak as we leave Chicago and head to San Francisco and the world-renowned America's Cup for an iconic race that will take athletes beyond the Golden Gate Bridge and back.
Aloha, welcome to breezy San Francisco Bay. We are live here for the Stand Up World Series, event number 7 on the bay here. The long distance races today. And we're gonna see our athletes take into these treacherous conditions, going around the Golden Gate Bridge, heading out towards Alcatraz, and finishing right here.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for sure. San Francisco, and especially this day in general, is really tide sensitive, and it's going to be a brutal one. You know, we're going to be going against the wind, but with the current, so I don't know who's going to be stronger in that sense.
I haven't paddled on this side, I paddled on the other side, but you know, from what I hear, it's supposed to be, you know, crazy currents and crazy chop, and it should be one of the most difficult races, you know, racing conditions that we're going to be doing. So it's exciting, and you know, it's going to put the athletes to their test.
The Chrissy Field area where we're going to be racing is definitely more gnarly. That's why all the sailors are over here from all over the world, because the currents are a little bit stronger. It comes under the gate on this south side in a little bit different way than it does over on the other side. That's the beauty of the bay. You know, I'm over in Richardson Bay. It can be quiet there, but then you can just cross a line and be right into waves and going downwind. It's really fun, and it teaches you a lot. So I really have learned to read current and wind, and you know, where hopefully the best spots are.
I've got a couple of game plans up my sleeve based on the knowledge that I've got, and I've really just had to go on what I've been able to pick up from, you know, the local experts that I've been able to, you know, key into over the last couple of days. But I think more than ever, this is when it really comes down to your experience on the water and how you read it, how you feel it, and what is actually truly going on, you know, like underneath you. Because today I think that it will actually end up being quite tactical. And, you know, like we've seen racing in, you know, like some of the rivers, you know, like it just takes someone to have a little bit of confidence to do what the rest of the pack isn't doing. And it's 50-50, but if they've done their homework, it can pay off big time. And so, you know, it's not necessarily a done deal, and I think that's the exciting thing about, you know, so many of the places we go, and obviously San Francisco is one of them.
Yeah, I think it was a challenging course out there for everyone. We got the current, got the wind, headwind was pretty brutal. Made it pretty hard to, like, you know, at some points you're kind of at a complete standstill. But yeah, it was super cool and different just to be racing around here, and going around that point was like full-on birds, and I was waiting for the white shark to nail me, but luckily I'm here alive. Pretty brutal, had a pretty shocker of a race, but there's another day of racing, and it's a nice day.
Yeah, it was very tough. Strong wind to go in, and then there was strong current too, so you had to read your line. And on the way back, we were expecting good downwind, but the bumps were not as good as expected. And but it was all right. It was fun.
Basically, you know, going upwind, this course is only 6 miles, but you know, I would say you should double it to 12, you know, in terms of the conditions. you could do 6 miles flat water, and it's way quicker and way easier than if you did, you know, this course going upwind. You know, it's just, I looked at my watch just now, and we were averaging 3 miles an hour upwind, and then doing higher, you know, maybe maxing out at 12 or something coming down. So it was definitely not the fastest course in the world, but it was definitely the most rewarding when you get to finish, because it's just so hard. You have to push really hard throughout the whole time.
Yeah, it was a brutal race going up there. Having Annabelle right next to us was a real mind mess with, but you know, just kept it together till the end. I had a few moments where I was like, oh man, you know, I don't have it, and just kind of flipped that switch and saw him kind of have a little hiccup at the buoy turn, and really put my head down and made use of it, and somehow, you know, on that upwind leg, caught up to him and started pulling away, and kind of broke him a little bit, and allowed me to get a little comfortable lead on him.
Come back, the rivalry between Team Starboard and Team Nash intensifies as they decide to leave the water and battle it out on the streets of San Francisco in this World Series Special Edition Scavenger Hunt.
So you need to talk to your camera, guys, okay?
Team to finish in the shortest amount of time gets a bonus 20 points. Each team can ask for a clue if they are stuck. So you get one clue.
Per hunt.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
One. Okay.
Okay, we're officially starting the clock now.
All right, go.
Go, bro.
On.
Old and old, claustrophobic, takes no visitors,
They're going in
but
the opposite
attracts
way.
thousands per year. What is cold and old and claustrophobic? Takes no visitors, but attracts thousands per year. Dude, crab, lobster.
Hey guys, I think this is the first one over here.
We're at a crab right
Okay.
now.
Oh my god.
If you're stuck, you can ask for a clue.
Cold and old. Cold
I
and
have
old.
no idea
I'd
what's
say,
cold and old.
I'd say the bear.
Would that be it? Because those are old boats and they're closed.
It attracts thousands of visitors per year, but no one was ever allowed to go or leave.
By 10. You have to subtract 4 times by 10. Is the place where San Francisco has built you home away from home.
Okay, let's go.
Find this
39.
place.
Pier 39. Pier 39.
Okay, let's go. Where's that?
That way.
That way?
No,
Okay.
we're at Pier 39 actually. Are we? No, we're at 40.
What's Wowie? What's Wowie? It's large, it's rude, it's sort of crude. It has a pick with a number that looks like its sleepy counterpart. Don't wake the locals, or you might have to dream that you can fly to escape their noisy awakening.
I would say it has something to do with the sea lions.
The sea lions, for sure.
Yeah, we have $20. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. Some kind of cemetery or memorial. Is there a cemetery or memorial by the water?
Cemetery is on Fort Mason.
Yeah, that's where we paddle by. Okay, perfect.
Tell them to come. It's a trolley. It's gotta be a trolley.
Shooter died! Hills are so steep.
I like chicken pot pie, but I also do like Taco Bell.
Come on, Grandma.
I bombed that hill in my ass too.
No. What? Did you fall?
No, I just went on my butt. And
Dude,
bombed
I
that steep
freaking
hill.
charged.
Yeah, where's Francisco?
You should see him. Look at this. Struggles.
You made it!
Yo, my legs are on fire.
All right, welcome to day number 2 of the Stand-Up World Series at San Francisco at the America's Cup. Today was racing on the short course. The sprint course is here, laid out in the bay, and it was thrilling. We had a great performance from Lenny, from Dane Schweitzer, and Annabelle Anderson. Stay tuned and check out these highlights right now. Heat number 1, take your mark, and they're off. And you see Baxter out to a very early lead right there.
Oh man, it's been a great weekend, you know, racing here during the America's Cup event. It's just been unreal. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, you know, windy, tricky conditions, but it's been really cool having, you know, crowds here and stadium seating, and yeah, it's just amazing and really cool to see, you know, the sport grow, and yeah, I look forward to more.
It always seems like it comes to this no matter what. Like, this whole year it's been us going back and forth, and he's gotten the better of me a couple more times than I have, so it's just not an unusual place to be.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've been battling it since the beginning of this year in Chile, and tiebreaker there, tiebreaker pretty much at a couple of the other spots. So familiar situation for sure, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, you know what? It's just, again, it always comes down to us doing a tiebreaker, which is, it's good for everybody watching, but, you know, we're just talking how in each, you know, whether you're doing a sprint or long distance, you're putting all your effort, so to go that extra mile for the sprint is, it's definitely tough to, like, bring it back up, but it's always exciting.
I mean, it was a pretty little epic course right here, having everybody on the side cheering us. You could hear them going the whole time, and this kid right here just pushing me to the next level. You know, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be paddling as hard, and it's so nice having competitors on the water, paddling the hardest, and then come to land, you know, and be best friends. And that's what I think Maui has shown us, you know, growing up there since little kids, and yeah, stoked to be on tour with him, and it's going to be a good rest of the year.
stay tuned. We'll be in Huntington Beach, surfing and racing, all part of the Stand Up World Series. I'm Rocky Cannon, and you guys have an awesome day. Aloha.
Welcome back to the Stand Up World Series. After another spectacular race in San Francisco, we now head south to Surf City, USA, Huntington Beach, California. With perfect conditions on tap for one of the most high-performance races of the year, our racers prepare themselves to brave a building swell just south of the pier at one of America's most well-known surf spots. Prepare yourself for close finishes and carnage as we get underway with our first heat of the day.
Well, I had a good first heat today, and man, it's so hard, such a short, intensive course, but so much fun with all the waves and buoys. So I really enjoyed it, and good to get the momentum started. Everyone's on fire, so it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah, no, I went good. Got off to a nice start, got some clean break through the waves, and then just turned that first turn, got a nice little runner into the turning buoy in the surf, and that was a bit hectic. There was a set coming, and I turned it just before it came. I think Slater got cleaned up and lost his board, so definitely got to watch that turn in the surf. But yeah, felt good, so yeah, ready for the quarterfinals.
Waves weren't too bad. It's not too big today, but there's definitely some sets that come through that you want to like really be careful and watch out for. It was good. It was super fun. Fortunately, the girls got a little like lull in the set, so we didn't really have to like go over anything big, but it was super fun.
That's good. Hayley's a really tough competitor, and she's leading a little bit there, but I guess the last wave just took us up in the run up the beach there. It depends where the can is, how I feel even, and just how the wave is.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I mean, like the caliber of guys here was unreal. There's easy 10 of the top 20 guys in the world all here, and then as you saw, kind of got knocked out in the semi, so it was definitely tough. But yeah, at the start of that heat, had a good run in. I was heading out first, me and Kai fighting it off, and then just these sets start peeling up out the back, and yeah, just smoking the whole field. We got stuck in there.
Conditions turned on. We got hit by some major sets out there. We all got knocked around, and just stoked to come out on third place. Had a pretty intense run up the beach at the end next to my friend Jake, and just happy that it worked out the way it did.
Right when we paddled out the biggest set, it was overhead, and you know, the strongest survived. You know, you paddled through it, you got it, and I fell on my first buoy turn, and then I caught one right after the buoy, which led me up to all four of the guys, and I got out of the wave early, went around Slater, and then just powered through it, and then caught my last wave in. It helped me out. Yeah.
I feel really good, you know, for me to have a win yesterday in the wave event and then to win the sprint race, this sets me up beautifully for tomorrow with the long distance. I mean, it's not over until it's over, and anything can happen, but at least, you know, I'm in the best possible position I could be in for tomorrow. And I'm just going to really focus on, you know, pushing my hardest and not giving up. If I win the race as well here, and you know, including with the wave, it's going to be a game changer in terms of, you know, the ratings going into Turtle Bay. I mean, at this point, anything can happen, and I think, you know, I really feel like luck's on my side right now. I've just been, you know, gaining momentum, and I had a slow patch this entire summer, kind of, and you know, I feel like I'm just coming on. So, yeah, what can I say? I'm really happy right now.
Aloha and welcome to day number 6 of the Stand Up World Series Huntington Beach Pro Grand Slam. We got the long distance race on tap for you today. It's a beautiful Sunday and the waves are up, so it should be very interesting going in and out through the 6.8 mile course. Check out the action on this final day of the Stand Up World Series Huntington Beach Pro.
Yeah, but it should be good. It's gonna be interesting.
factors out there. You know, got the waves, got the downwind swell, got the upwind. You know, it's going to be challenging but fun.
It was fun, no, with these waves made it really exciting because I had a downwind section and then an upwind section and then some really good waves, but I had a lot of fun.
You know, this wave is really just throws up and down all over the place. It's kind of punchy and not the mushiest of beach breaks, but definitely pretty punchy. So it's a challenge to control the 12.6s in these conditions, and it made it quite an exciting event, I think, for everyone.
Course, it was one of my favorites of all time. The start was so crazy. Everyone was flying around, getting pummeled by the sets. And I don't know, we kind of got separated in the beginning, but I don't know, the waves brought us back together at the end, and it was intense all the way to the finish.
Yeah, I mean, this course is so technical. You have to be really smart about which wave you took in, because some would be, you know, coming out of the north, so it'd be pushing down the beach, whereas others would come straight in, and I was always looking for the ones that brought me straight in, and you know, it was just, yeah, it was a lot of work out there, but just very satisfying race. It was like, you know, whatever place you did come in, it was a good challenge, and for me, I had a lot of fun.
It sort of added that extra element to the long distance course and made everyone think a bit more technically. But yeah, it was probably one of the closest races all year. If you was watching, no one held the lead all the way. It was constantly swapping and changing. So yeah, no, good. Yeah, I was sort of in third the whole way behind them too, so thinking I wasn't going to let him go. And then on the last lap, we came to that inside buoy. I sort of got a little break, got over a little wave, and looked behind me and saw him about 10 metres back. So I just put my head down and went for it. Wasn't letting him catch me from there.
This is a really brutal race. It's only like 6 miles, but definitely like a really long, treacherous, very like windy, like side winds and everything, but it was still fun.
With an intense distance race coming to an end, Haley Harrison comes out on top to take first overall. Meanwhile in the men's, we have Cody Kerbox taking third, and with his win in the distance race, Jake Jensen taking second overall. Lenny who steals the show to take the win, desperately needing this win to reduce the gap between himself and current frontrunner Connor Baxter in advance of the prestigious final event of the year at Turtle Bay. So after an action-packed US trilogy of events, the title race is further intensified in advance of the prestigious World Series finals at Turtle Bay. Connor Baxter still maintains the ratings lead, but with 2012 world champion Lenny right on his heels. And it will all come down to this climactic final event to determine the 2013 world champion. Make sure to join us at Turtle Bay for breathtaking racing, carnage, and the ultimate close to a formidable season right here on the Stand Up World Series.
So wasting your breath.
watermanleague.com.